I went from 270 pounds to 168 pounds, and I'm trying to get to 10% body fat. And one thing that I learned along the way is that you think that you lack discipline. You think, but you actually lack a controlled environment, brother. I spent years thinking that execution and like action meant winning an internal battle with yourself every morning or every time you needed to take action. That's wrong. So what I used to do, I used to wake up, immediately fight the alarm, or, fight, eating junk food, Chick-fil-A, with the fry foot away back to the cribbo, large fry at the cribbo, 12 nuggets, and a sandwich, bruh. And I would fight off people telling me, relax, it's not that serious, James, relax. Come on, bruh. And what I was assuming was that mental toughness required all that friction. No, what I was simply doing was just draining my own battery, and that's no bueno, amigo. Breakthroughs, my brother, which you need, they don't require superhuman willpower, and you thinking that is stopping you from progressing. What they require is a super locked in and efficient ecosystem for you to run on so you could be consistent. So what I have to do, I had to purge the garbage food, no more garbage food. And I turned my apartment really into like a locked in command center. I'm in Buenos Aires right now. I used to have a spot in Dallas, right? And one of the reasons why that was one of my favorite spots is for literally 6 to 8 months, I did not have a couch. I didn't even have a bed. All I cared about having was a super nice desk, a super nice chair, my fire wide monitor, my MacBook Pro, and a air mattress. And I got so much done. I literally haven't been happier because my environment was literally a command center. And one of my goals is to buy a fire spot near the beach, and just for the living room to have a freaking desk in the middle, a fire desk, maybe a iMac monitor, one of the sleek, silver guys, MacBook Pro, fire Herman Miller for me to read on, and a fire Herman Miller desk, chair. That's it. That's all I want, bro. And maybe a toga couch. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all I want. Because damn camera ran out of storage. But that's all I'm saying. That's all I really want, because right now I'm in a phase. I just want to give. You know what I'm saying? Give all of myself to the world. I think that'll allow me to do that to the best of my ability. Anyways, back to the lecture. I also placed myself around men with super rigid standards, so that would instantly raise my standards. And if you're anything like me, you are who you hang around. Like, that's one of my gifts and a curse. Whoever I hang around, I instantly kind of like emulate what they want to do, especially if I look up to them. So, yeah. What your environment does is it dictates your identity, and you'll burn your energy, which is so precious. You burn your willpower trying to like outwork a chaotic room when you really could just pull the rubber band, focus an hour on making your room and designing it in a way where it allows you to be extremely, extremely efficient and avoid those chaotic spells, and for it to be a space really just built for execution. Dropping 100 pounds for me didn't require a motivation upgrade when I was 270 pounds. It required a new baseline, so I just had to change my default choices. And what a lot of guys do is they obsess over that final result without looking what's ahead of them immediately, and those things that are driving you to the result, like your room, like your standards. So to wrap this up, your room, your friends, your family, your kitchen, your phone, they all dictate your behavior. In every room you enter, it asks one specific question: who is the easiest person to be here? Who's the easiest? And for years, to be honest, the easiest person to be for me for years was that person that restarted on Monday. No cap. So I just had to rebuild my surroundings. So the absolute easiest path for me would be one that executed on his goals. I literally moved to Buenos Aires for this reason. Like, One of the reasons was to get more steps and to be more focused. I moved to Buenos Aires. I was probably like 20% body fat. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna need to lock in, have the ability to. Dallas, I felt like I was like living in the rat race, honestly. So I'm like, yeah, it's gonna get hot here. I'm gonna want to get my steps. It's kind of cold here, but it's very easy to get your steps. I don't have to worry about how I look. I can just throw a coat on, and I don't have to, really be in the rat race. Like, everybody is cool in here. It's a good vibe. So that's one of the reasons why I moved to Buenos Aires, to force my execution even more. Because I'm self-aware enough to know how I am, even though I went on a generational lock-in in Dallas, not gonna lie. So what's the point here? Stop fighting unnecessary battles, my brother, and just engineer the room. And the room could be anything, your phone, it can be your friends, it could be your actually physical room, the kitchen. Engineer that, bro. Lock in.